Okay, this is going to be for your um lab 2, plate tectonics. This is a tutorial for the lab simulators that you'll be using. And I'm making a tutorial for this because I found these incredible, amazing, wonderful online simulators that I love. But I had to play around with them before I fully understood them. And I was like, ugh, I feel like my students are going to struggle with this, at least just working with these programs. So there are 3 programs that I'm going to have you work with for this lab. Um, the first one's pretty chill. Again, I've linked them through the actual lab themselves. So this first one is just Plate Boundaries Interactive Simulator. It looks like this. And you have some stuff on the top. It takes you straight to this page, which is all you need. You don't need to click on any of these things up here. But you're going to utilize mostly this map down here. I liked this one too because it gave a really good depiction of what each of these boundaries are doing. I've already talked about this in the lecture video, but in case you needed a reminder. And then you'll be clicking on these boundaries to assess where these plate boundaries are relatively located. And you'll be answering questions pertaining to that. The second activity, so that's all of part 1 here. You will be utilizing a topography map as well. You don't need to do anything special with this. Here's the map. If it doesn't show up on your Canvas page, for whatever reason, you can download the PDF to see it there and answer questions about that. Part 2. Oh, this is such a cool, really cool simulator. This one by far was probably the weirdest one, but I think it's so cool once you get to sort of play around with it. So you'll be utilizing the simulator. It's a Tectonic Explorer, and it looks like this. And basically, it depicts how different plates are moving relative to each other. So if you have 2 plates, which I think one of them asks, you get this here. And it pops up initially with draw continent. So you can draw a continent. I'm clicking and I'm dragging to draw me a continent. Um, then I'm going to hit next down here. It's going to assign forces for these plates. So I'm going to say this plate is moving this way. This plate is moving this way. Again, I'm clicking and dragging for these arrows. And then it's ordering plates. I don't necessarily care about this for this particular plate number. I'm going to finish this, and then it's going to depict what it does. So what happens if this plate is moving this direction, this plate is moving this direction? And you can watch the simulation for a little bit. I'm going to pause, and then I'm going to draw a cross section. So what is a cross section? Well, let's draw it. It's going to have you draw, a line across the way. Basically, it's showing you from A to B what's happening as these plates are splitting. And we see some depictions of the mantle kind of coming up a little bit, and then the lithosphere is sort of being split in this divergent boundary. Oh, that's so cool. We're going to restart. Oh, and then this restarts the topographic or the cross section. Oh, and then I'm going to, hold on. Oh, I'm going to exit out of the cross section. I don't need to see it anymore. We're going to reset plates. We're going to go back to the start. And I think at some point I have you do 4 plates, maybe. You'll get to play around with it. So I don't actually remember everything that I've asked you to do. And I'm going to draw a continent throughout all of these plates. And now I'm going to order the direction of these plates. I'm going to have these ones move towards each other. I'm going to have this plate move that way, and this plate move, maybe we'll have it go down. I don't know. I think you get to choose the directions you go. I'm going to keep the order as it is. I don't really care. The order is based on density. So my lowest density, which would be continental plates, versus my highest density, which would be oceanic. But I think for the sake of this activity, I don't really care what you choose. So you can leave it as it is. And then we're going to run it. What does it look like when we have 2 plates converging? Oh, we have some transform activity happening up here. We have some divergent activity happening down here. I'm going to pause. And I'm going to draw another cross section from here to here. Oh, that's so strange. I have some mountains being built here. I'm going to draw a new cross section from here to here. What's going on here? Some more mountains being built. Hi, baby. It's just a really cool activity that shows you how landforms are formed. Let's do a cross section down here and see what's going on down here. Whoa! And we have magma coming up. So it's just a really cool simulator to show how plates move relative to each other. So you'll get to play around with it. And I'm pretty sure the way that I've asked these questions is it's relatively subjective. It's pretty open-ended. I'm not asking or looking for anything specific. I just want you to play around and really see how some of these plates would interact with each other, right? And it's not true to form with how our plates are on Earth. You get to see how when you add more and more plates, they change. Such a cool program. If you're struggling with this, again, email me and I'm happy to walk you through it. But what I will say, I think, for the sake of this activity is don't overthink it. I'm not looking necessarily for specific answers here. I'm looking to see that you're working with this simulator and that you are understanding how plates move relative to each other and the landforms that are formed as part of these interactions. And then the last activity that I have used, the last simulator, is by far my favorite. And in fact, you're using it for this lab 2, and you're also using it for lab 5. Fossil, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Henry. The fossil and biosphere lab, because you'll get to utilize both. So I'll kind of talk about how both are used. When you click this link, you come across this, okay? This is the viewer that you'll use. You're going to hit this button, Start Interactive. And it's a different window that will pop up. Oh my God. I swear to God. There's so much hair in my mouth. Okay. And it's loading, it's taking its sweet time. So again, because these resources are free, keep in mind there might be a little lag, a little bit of slow movement with these websites and these interactive things. She's taking a really long time though. Come in, buddy. Okay, here's what we'll do. Oh, there she is. Okay. Another pop-up might pop up, it might take a second, so we'll play around. Basically, what I love about this activity and what I love about the simulation is it shows us a bunch of different things. There might be another pop-up that pops up. I've been using this for like 2 weeks now to play around with it, so I don't know if it'll pop up now, but the other pop-up is basically like, do you want the tutorial? No, you don't, because mine's better. And mine is more specific with what you will be using it for. So for this first lab, you are going to hit view and you're going to hit coastlines. So what's really cool about this part here, I'm going to click view again to get rid of that, to get rid of the list, basically, is this shows where the coastlines are today, right now in this moment. So here's the United States. Hopefully you are familiar with this shape at this point in your academic career. This is where the US is situated now. And we also see these lines of lat and long, which you are hopefully, oh, see, there it is. There's that pop-up. Goodbye. We don't need that tutorial. We see the lines of lat and long as per where they are now. So this bar here, this metal bar in the left, bottom left corner, is showing us how the Earth has changed over time and the different continents that have changed over time, the various supercontinents, which we'll talk about more when we get to Module 5. As we go up, so I have to click it and drag it up, we see how the continents have changed. And just for the sake of, I don't know if this popped up because I've been using it, also make sure that your cities and your grid are clicked for the purpose of this activity. Oh my God, I have so much cat hair in my mouth, you guys. I love my babies, I do. Because this will help us sort of assess. We're going to be looking at Los Angeles because that's our coastline, right? Okay. As we move up in time, we're getting earlier and earlier. So we are part of the Neogene period. We are, and again, I talk more about this in Module 5. So this is right now in this moment. And then the Cambrian is 540 million years ago. Or the end of the Cambrian is 540 million years ago. So as we move up in time, we see how the continents have changed. And you're going to be looking at how Los Angeles has changed. Look at where Los Angeles was 75 million years ago. So up here is time about 75 million years ago. And only recently is Los Angeles where it is now. And we can see how Washington has changed. I think we can zoom in a little bit. It's a little blurry, but this is as much as I can zoom in. But even 15 million years ago, the coast of Washington was in a completely different place than where it is now. So you'll get to play around with this and see how tectonics have really shifted the world to what we are now. It's so cool. I love this activity so much. For Lab 5. I'm going to link this. I should make a different video for Lab 5 because I talk a little bit more in depth. You're right. I'm going to make a different one. This is what you'll be utilizing for this last activity, though. Okay? It's really cool. It shows how tectonics have really moved throughout history. So if you have any questions with any of these simulators, please shoot me an email and I'm happy to answer.